Good morning, guys. It is Saturday and we're getting ready to go out because we've got our, it's an NCT course, but it's run on the NHS. We aren't actually doing NCT as in like the actual paid thing. Ross is really looking forward to it. It's 10 till 4 and it just keeps whinging. But I think you'll be happy afterwards.
Yeah, buzzing.
So today's bit of the vlog is going to be a bit like broken because for 6 hours I definitely won't be vlogging, but I'll let you know how it all goes. I'm hoping we get a lunch break. Well, Ross is convinced that we get a long enough lunch break to go and actually get some lunch. I don't want to eat hospital food.
No, I'm going to Birches.
Oh look, I wonder if I can put you on my shelf now. Oh, it's a bit high. It's higher than the shelf used to be. So the kitchen is still not done. You can tell by my lovely dining room table that all the stuff is still there, but I've made the copper structure that's going to go on this wall. So hopefully by the end of this weekend we will have a finished kitchen and a clear table finally. And now I'm going to put some, oh no, they're open. Oh no, I did that. We're going to have some croissants for breakfast and I'm not going to leave you there because that is too high. I'll give you a little update on the week whilst I'm getting ready. This is a really nice light, isn't it? It's been frosty outside today. I'm sure it was the first frost that I have seen anyway, but it's a really nice like sunny winter morning. Don't you love it that I start with a little weather update? Oh, I'm over here for the mugs, but they're not here anymore. What was I saying? This week I went to Southampton and bought the cot. It is from IKEA, so it's all flat packed. It's just shoved in the little room. The little room, baby's room, is so packed of stuff, just boxes and boxes of stuff at the moment. I can show you later, but I'm like, oh God, it'll be, do you know, I know that he's not gonna sleep in there for like another 8 months, 6 months after he's born. But I just feel like it would be nice to, I'm on the camera, it would just be nice to have furniture in there so it's organised. However, we've got friends coming to stay in 2 weeks, so we need to completely empty that room in 2 weeks time. I don't think Ross has realised that. So yeah, bought the cot, bought the change table, bought a bouncer. Oh, it's coming together, I think. So that's my little update. I also bought myself huge t-shirts from Primark to sleep in, like I said I was going to. So comfy. It's cold, isn't it?
Really cold.
Just had to de-ice the car. Anyway, so yeah, that's my little mini update. We're on our lunch break from the course. We've just popped out and got a Costa, we've got toasties and hot chocolates. It is so cold today, so cold. And this morning has been interesting. There's been bits that we've learned. I would say there's been less that we've learned against, well, there's been more stuff that we haven't enjoyed. The first is stuff that we've learned at the moment, but it's been all about birth and labour, and I suppose it's the same thing, but the late stages of pregnancy and labour. We have also had to do some group things where we've been split up into boys and girls, or like numbered into different groups. So that's a bit rubbish, but luckily one of Ross's work friends is on the same course as us, so sometimes we've ended up in a group with them and we already know them, so it's not like awkward like making friends stuff. That's not what we came to learn about, how to look after our baby that we're having together, not to make friends. Sorry to be grumpy. So yeah, we've got to sound like you. And now this afternoon is, I think, focused on newborns, which is what I'm more interested in really. Hopefully we learn lots. I mean, I'm sure he'll still surprise us when he appears. We are home, clearly. Well, I'm home. Ross has gone out to play some PlayStation game that I couldn't care less about. But I thought I'd give you a little review of today. If anybody, I don't know whether every county gets offered the same courses, or I don't know. I don't know if everybody gets the opportunity to see what we've just done. But I thought I'd give you a little review, and I guess it might be a bit of an insight into NCT as well, because it is actually an official NCT course, but it's one that's provided on the NHS in our area. And in our area we can do it in 2 blocks of 3-hour evenings. We couldn't get onto that one though, so we were on the full day 6-hour session. And I have mixed views on it, if I'm honest. I wanted to go and get as much practical information out of it as possible, and I knew that it was focused on birth and newborns. So I was thinking, okay, great, we're going to talk lots about the practical information that I can try and take in for birth, and then practical stuff for newborns, so bathing, nappies, all those things that I literally have no idea about, no experience in. And I know that everyone says these things, you just learn them, you just do it when they're here. But you know, I was like, it's free information, like we'll take it. And we are glad that we went and did it, because we did take away a few bits of useful information, and we found out for ourselves what we thought of it basically. So we are glad we went, but 6 hours, probably could have learned what I learned from it in about no more than 2 hours, like somewhere between an hour and 2 hours, definitely. There, in my opinion, there was far too much, and some people might need this, so but it was far too much emotional and relationship advice, which we really don't need. Like, I know it's going to be hard, and I'm expecting it to be hard, and we'll manage that. Like, we have a really strong relationship. We know that we need to support each other through it and stuff like that. Oh, I don't know, like, there was just, in the simplest terms, too much relationship and emotional advice, not enough practical advice. We learnt a few bits in the morning about birth, and then the afternoon I just got so frustrated because we basically ended up with half an hour to talk about changing nappies, bathing baby, topping and tailing, and putting baby to bed. And actually, I'd rather have spent the whole afternoon on those things, and actually, because she kind of set up stations for us to do it, but we did it in groups, so you had your station, so our station was topping and tailing. I would have rather actually gone round each station and had a little practice and a proper read of the information. So I was a little bit disappointed with it, really. It would be better if they kind of split them, really, I guess, and you could opt into the emotional support one and the practical one, like separately, kind of separate the two topics out, because I wouldn't have opted to go to an emotional one. We're doing hypnobirthing, which is kind of like the well-being side of stuff that I'm doing. So I sound really neg on it. I'm not saying I wouldn't have, like, I am glad we went because we found out for ourselves and we did learn things, but yeah, it wasn't as good as I was expecting, which is a bit disappointing for 6 hours on a Saturday. I'm wearing my new jumper. My mum bought me this week, which has got, I'll stand back, 3 thumpers on it, because I call baby Thumper because he thumps around a lot. So it's quite cute. And I've got a Thumper nightie as well. So anyway, now I don't know, it's like 5 o'clock, something like that. Basically gonna sit on the sofa. It's probably gonna be a bit of a boring bit of the vlog today, but I did think it's worth just, you know, telling you what we've been up to, giving you a little bit of a review. I can remember it all back. But yeah, it's just gonna be an evening of pizza, because I thought Ross needed a treat after today, and X Factor on a Saturday evening. Oh, I knew there was something else I was gonna say as well. Basically, doing that course just made me think, I'm so glad I'm not doing actual NCT. I know this like could be controversial, and I, each to their own. NCT will be perfect for some people. This is literally just my view and what is right for me. Not my cup of tea. Like, I've got friends. I don't need to make extra friends, and a lot of NCT is about making friends. And I know that's a really flippant thing to say, because when it comes to January and baby is here, there'll be lots of times when maybe I need support from people in a similar situation, but I don't really, there's lots of people that I would never be friends with in any situation. So I definitely don't need to be friends with them in this forced situation. And also, if I'd gone to one NCT session that was like today's, and I'd paid £200 for it, so I knew that I had to go back the next week, I'd be like, oh, I'd be dreading going back to another session like that. I have got a couple of other things booked. We've got a confident birthing session and a breastfeeding session, but that to me is more practical, and it's the practical stuff that I care about. I'm quite confident with my relationship, my emotional state, and my well-being. I'm confident that I know how to manage those things, and like I said, I'm doing hypnobirthing, which is a lot of that kind of mental state anyway. Oh yeah, there was some mums there that I was just like, but on that note, I'm also doing bump yoga, and I've met a couple of really lovely girls there, and I went out for dinner with some of them last night actually. So yeah, I'm not just writing off all mums, it's just about finding the right people. Like, I will only be friends with people if I genuinely think, oh yeah, like we could be friends. I'm not just going to be friends with somebody because they've got a bump. Right, I'm hungry. I cannot wait for my husband to come home. I'm having my dinner. Pizza. Good morning, guys. I'm starting my day in my normal way of getting shit done whilst Ross walks the dog. I'm currently taking the bedding off so we can change the sheets and have clean bedding tonight. And I'm a bit sad because it's got really cold, which is fine, and it's raining a little bit, but basically I'm just sad because it means that I can't hang my washing outside anymore. And, and I hate having my washing in the house. Just feel like it like hangs around for days on end. Hate it. And I don't know if you guys are bored of hearing about my kitchen, but today, plan is, kitchen will be finished. And I'm so excited. Mostly just to get all the stuff off of the table, the like dining table that we've just been using for storage. Also, my dad is visiting today. We need to do a food shop. It's like normal Sunday drill at the moment, and I do need to do some tidying. So I'm going to go downstairs, make my shopping list so that's ready for when Ross gets home, and then I might include a little, I mean, jumping on a bandwagon or what, but maybe I would insert some speed cleaning because I'm embarrassed to show you my spare room, so maybe I'll just show you, and then that will make sure that I make it nice and tidy. It is suddenly feeling really cold in the house. I might have to give in to a bit of heating soon. Shall I show you? We put the baby gate up, and I really like how it looks actually. Like, it just blends with my decor very well. It is by Dream Baby. I got it in Argos. I think this is charcoal. Bear took a bit of getting used to the fact that he had to step over this. Like, he wasn't a fan, but he's now coming up when it's open. But it's really handy just to have something neat and tidy to keep him downstairs. Okay, so this is baby's room. Oh my goodness, look at the state of it. I know I've sorted out once, but I need to try and have another sort out in here. Like, I know this is pretty standard for baby's rooms before babies arrive, but there is stuff down here that he's not even going to need straight away. So, like, I mean, don't think he's going to be wearing these for a while, is he? So I could quite easily put those in the loft. So I need to go through and have another sort out about what can go in the loft and what needs to stay down here, because it will go in once all the furniture's up. It's a bit ridiculous, but like, I've got this nappy bin, and to be honest, this could come out of the box because obviously it will be on display as part of his bedroom furniture, but it could come out of the box. Some of these could go into storage, and that would be a bit smaller. This is the baby bouncer that we bought, which is a Joy Sansa. It's 2-in-1, which I don't know, something basically. We wanted one that does all the fancy like vibration and rocking, but I also wanted it to be lightweight that I could carry around the house. So this one sits on a base that does all of the electronic stuff, but you can lift the top off and carry it around the house. And then this is the furniture that needs to be built at some point, but we won't build this for a couple of weeks because we need the bedroom. But yeah, I got him this Mothercare mattress, Cool Plus spring cot mattress. I wanted to get a sprung one because they just seem a bit comfier. And this is IKEA furniture. I got the Snigler set, so that's the cot, the smaller size, the 120 by 60, which is only £40, absolute barg. And the changing table that matches. And I did and ah about whether I needed a changing table, to be honest, because obviously I won't always be changing him in this room, like sometimes he'll just be downstairs. But if anything, I thought it'd be useful to have it as storage. So yeah, and then back here I've got a very dusty TV stand that I need to get rid of. It's on Gumtree, but it's not sold, so I might get that out of this space today and take a better picture of it and put it back on Gumtree. We've also got this chair, which you can't see because it's full of the baby's clothes, but this is a chair and footstool from IKEA, and I really don't want to get rid of it. I don't want to sell it, but it's not going to fit in this room with all the baby's furniture. I would really like a chair in here for feeding baby, but I just don't think it's gonna fit. But I might just put this one in the other spare room for a little while. It won't really fit in there either. I mean, it will fit, but it won't look right in there. But at least there'll be a chair nearby if I just want to pop myself down. So yeah, we'll see. I need to get the cot and the changing table up before I can picture anything else in this room, because I have got an idea of how I'm going to store all his clothes. I talked about it last week, but I just need to see the cot in here and the changing table to really figure out the other space. I can feel a bit of nesting coming along now, but I just really want to start organising that room. But oh my god, I'm actually ashamed to show you guys this. I don't know how this has happened. This is what our spare room currently looks like. Please, sorry, my camera cut out because I need to clear the memory card a bit, but please tell me I'm not the only person who ends up with rooms like this in their house. Right, this room looks marginally better. I mean, that just needs to be made. But all the crap has gone off of the floor. I've got a bag to go in the loft, a bag to go to the charity shop. And yes, this is a mess, but it's an organised mess of like, that needs to go downstairs, that needs to go in the other room. Like, I just need to move it all. But I think for now, I'm going to try and sort the baby's room out a little bit. I can't decide whether I should open the bouncer or not. I don't need the bouncer up, obviously. But part of me wants to make sure that it's okay, because what if I get it out in like 2 months and it's not what I want and I want to return it? I don't know, maybe we'll do that later. Happy bins aren't attractive, are they? Oh, I read good reviews on this one, so Tommy Tippy, Sangenic, and I don't know, like, I don't even know how this works. I've just shoved the instructions in there for now. We'll worry about that later. And I've got all these, we've got the starter packs. It comes with these extra cassettes. And also my friend bought us these this week. So my friend from work, little foxes, because baby's got a bugaboo fox ops, and these are very cute. Right, there still is lots of things, but it's looking much better. So these are all clothes that are 3 months plus, basically. So they're all going to go somewhere else. Depends how big they are. The bigger stuff can go in the loft, in boxes. The 3 to 6 months, maybe I'll find somewhere to store downstairs still. Need to find somewhere to store these. These are all my magazines I've been reading and a few books. But what I'm going to do is scrapbook any useful tips out of these magazines into, I've got, oh there we go, a book here, and I'm just going to put all the stuff I think I want to remember into one place, so I don't just have like a stack of magazines. Just put his cot and everything in the corner here, and then basically all the stuff here will be in his room eventually, so that can all kind of stay. And then I've got his jumperoo here, which can go in the loft, and then changing supplies. And what I think I might do is in this room try and rearrange what we're using. Why has he been up here and put his jackets up here straight away? Leave jackets everywhere. Yeah, repurpose what we're using these drawers for and use that for nappy storage, and then the nappies can all go. In fact, that box there is all nappies. And we've got his sleepy head, his bath and his car seat. And you can see the chair again. So it's not perfect, but it's definitely more organised. I'm slowly getting there, but do we think that this is perhaps the start of nesting? This is what I've just organised. So I've moved some of our stuff across, so it's just in these 2 drawers, and put all of the nappies that I've got. Well, this is the size 2 nappies, I think. I've got some little ones in his room. Wipes, and this is all the 3 to 6 month clothes that we've got, which looks a bit ridiculous. There is a lot of clothes there for a baby that isn't even born. But yeah, I've got the newborn nappies in his room and some wipes, although I need to get some cotton wool because obviously we won't really be using too many wipes to start with. So yeah, it's like feeling a bit organised, which is nice. I'm holding off buying too many more nappies because I was just chucking them in with a weekly shop, but it occurred to me that we don't really know what size he's going to be. So I don't want to buy too many newborn ones if he was a bigger baby, or like yeah, whatever. We've got a grade scan in a couple of weeks, so I will start to get a bit of an estimate of what size he will be, which will be useful, and then I can start to think about his size a little bit more. But yeah, that feels so good for that being organised. Obviously I need to take it out and wash it all, but just that's 3 to 6 months. We're not going to need that for a little while, so it's just nice to have it put away. And I look so random with my hat on, my jumper. Nothing I'm wearing matches. I look ridiculous.
Yeah, we're just going for a dog walk.
We're going for a dog walk, and I can't really film because it's winter now. It's dark. Rubbish. Okay, you're not going to be able to see anything, but Bear's got his light up collar on and I've never seen it before, and it's just really making me laugh. And I don't know if you can see the sky. I'm sure that's not going to show up. It is so starry. It's such a pretty night. I'm so glad I went for that walk, although I haven't really sat down and done nothing today, except for when my dad visited. I obviously sat and just chatted to him then. But generally, like, I've been doing something all day today, but I haven't really been out. I've just been doing stuff around the house, so it felt nice to get some fresh air. Oh, pardon me. Fresh air and a proper walk. And now I don't want to fall asleep really early tonight. I just keep falling asleep on the sofa. And so instead of just sitting watching TV, I'm going to build the bedside tables that I bought this week. The ones that I showed you last week actually. So I explained I was measuring and I bought them. So I'm going to build them today, and then we need to have a bit of a sort out before we can use them, because we both need to clear out everything that's in our bedside tables basically. But I've got a very exciting thing to show you in the kitchen. First of all, look, ta-da! You can see that I've got a clear dining table. What does that mean, guys? Look, the shelves are up. Now, kitchen isn't 100% finished because, as you can see, we can still see the boiler. That is not the plan. But the shelves are finished. I mean, I love them. I was gonna say, how good do they look? It's in your own opinion, I suppose. But I love them. And I'm so proud that we have made them all. Like, obviously I made all of the copper structure. Ross, sorry, camera cut out. I really need to sort my memory card out. Yeah, so Ross sawed all of the wood to size. He sanded it all down, and I treated, waxed all the wood. So yeah, proper homemade DIY jobby. So happy with it. And I do need to just clean the worktops down because all the work's just been done in here and I need to properly clean after it. We need to figure this out. And we also have these to sort out as well. So these will be, you can see this one's got the chain on it hanging somewhere. So we do need to figure that out, but it's just literally 2 small details now, that and that. And it's there. I'm so happy with it. I know people are like dubious about open shelving, keeping it clean, keeping it tidy, but everything that I need to keep on those shelves is on those shelves, and I love how it looks, so it's gonna be fine. And everything that's up there we use regularly, so it will constantly be down, used and cleaned, and I just need to keep the shelves themselves clean, so I'm pretty confident with it. I'm really hoping I don't need any other tools than whatever is in here for this, because I'm not going out to the shed, so if it does. Is there an Allen key? Looks like it might be an Allen key jobby. I'm sorry, but also, doesn't everybody end up owning about 3 million Allen keys if you ever buy IKEA furniture? You look, what are you looking at? What have you seen? What are you doing?
Let's play that. That's good too. No, the fun is
There is literally nothing there, Bear.
the Kylie pregnancy game. Why? Just to see what people think. Like,
He's just staring up here.
out on TMZ, and she looked.
It's actually a bit creepy. What are you looking at?
But if they got a side shot, it would have been over
It
for
would have
her.
been over. I literally woke up at 6 in the morning and I saw it and I was like, and I called her and Travis. What's wrong? What's wrong?
He literally looks like he's looking at something. Bear, what are you looking at? What is it?
Your pregnancy has been the
What is
best
it?
kept secret of our generation. Like, I'm not trying to keep a secret, I'm really
Literally nothing there.
like,
Oh, you can tell I've been rubbing my eyes. I'm going to go to bed now, but I wanted to show you these first because I've built them. This is what they look like. The label needs cutting off. Why do IKEA always put massive labels on anything fabric? Like blankets, cushions, everything has a massive label on it. So I do need to cut that off. But yeah, I like it. I'll show you it in place next week because we still need to clear our own bedside tables out before these go upstairs. Got clean bedding tonight. So excited. I'm going to put fresh PJs on, get into that clean bed and read my book. This is my hypnobirthing book that the hypnobirthing teacher sent us. So yeah, need to get reading, haven't started that. And our hypnobirthing course starts kind of middle of November. Oh, and I had a clear out today and I found, I don't know why I kept this, but it's the Tom Ford Venetian Bergamot. I obviously kept the bottle because I wanted to remember what it was. This is literally like my favourite winter scent. It's empty, but well, I need to buy, I would like to buy some more of that. I don't know if I will, depends how much it costs me at work. And I need to remember, where have I? I've actually managed to sell some of the things, well, I've managed to sell some of Ross's things. So he has actually made a bit of money on Depop. I must remember to send them tomorrow, so I need to put them in a bag. That is the end of this week's vlog. Well, hopefully this week we might figure out how to do the finishing touches for the kitchen, so maybe I'll be able to show you those. But what I will do next week is talk to you a bit more about how we've done everything in the kitchen, and I need to write a blog post on it as well. I know I've shown you quickly today, but next week's vlog I will talk more about how we did it all, kind of what the costs were, because it was super affordable, and also our kitchen table. I will talk through how we made the kitchen table and show you that properly now that you can actually see it again. So yeah, next week's vlog I will do that, and then we'll kind of finish talking about kitchen finally. I was just sitting here looking in the mirror at my bump and I thought I could show you my bump. Let me give you a little bump update. So I am currently 29 weeks, about 29 and a half weeks pregnant, and this is how bump is looking. This is probably not the most contrast, is it? There we go. There he is. And he is constantly thumping about in there. Although not when anybody else wants to feel him thump about. So I'm not a big fan of random people touching my bump, but I will offer it to people who are close friends or family. And literally, if I'm like, oh, he's like moving now, give it a go, stops. Literally, he's like, no, don't want them to feel me. I'm going to take my makeup off, get into that fresh bed and read my book. So thank you very much for watching. You know what to do. If you've enjoyed this, I'd love it if you subscribed, leave me a comment, find me on Instagram and Twitter, and